How you doing? Andy Rizika with the TV Network, and I'm joined by someone special, a musical artist. She's internationally known as an acoustic and electric violinist. She's also a composer, a singer, and a professional model. So, Abigail Stahlschmidt, welcome to the TV Network.
Hi, thank you so much for having me, and it's an honor to be on.
Yeah, so thank you. Yes, and I really want to talk first about your sound because personally, I can't think of another artist who can go from classical to pop to heavy metal and even sometimes in the same song. How can you do that? How can you do that and be successful with it?
Thank you. It's been a variety of experiences throughout my life. I started playing the violin when I was 4. And I started off being classically trained and, of course, in orchestra with the Suzuki method, kind of the traditional route. Probably when I was about 12 years old, I started kind of just throwing myself out there by starting to play by ear in bands. And really, it was kind of just a trial by fire method, I guess. I just tried a lot of different things. I played in country bands. I've played in Latin rock bands. I've played in rock bands, traditionally rock and roll bands. I mean, I love trying new genres and then seeing how I can kind of blend them together in my own music. So I don't know, there hasn't really been a, clear cut, path. Like I'm going to take this type of music and this type of music and, only do those two things. I love trying so many different things. So I think that's definitely reflected in my music.
And I noticed in your background there, and even in the music video that we're going to talk about in a minute, is that a custom violin? Did you think of that yourself and they just made it, or is it something that you saw and you're like, that's me?
Well, I can't take the credit for coming up with the design completely. I did customize a little bit of it as far as, having the kind of specifications. But this is a 6-string electric violin made by the company Wood Violins. And they actually call it the Viper violin. I named mine Spectre, kind of after 007. But yeah, this is again made by Wood Violins. So it's definitely got a unique shape to any other electric violin out there. I mean, there's really nothing like it. It's a self-supporting instrument is what they call it. So, like the traditional acoustic violin, you actually hold up under your chin or your jaw actually. But this one has a strap that comes around. So especially whenever you're playing like a high energy rock show or whatever kind of show, you can run around the stage and, most importantly, be looking up at the audience instead of, kind of leaning over a little bit with your head. So it's really awesome. I love the instrument.
It really does look like the 80s hair bands guitars, just in a smaller miniature size.
Yeah.
So I do want to talk to you about your latest, this Christmas countdown that you composed yourself, and you just released a music video.
Yes.
Can you talk about the impetus around creating it?
Absolutely. So Christmas Countdown, a band that I'm definitely influenced by is the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Again, they meld the classical and the rock together, and obviously they're very popular at Christmas time. So I wanted to come up with a holiday song that, influenced by them, kind of took pieces of popular Christmas songs and melded them all together into a rock/pop piece. So that kind of was the impetus for Christmas Countdown. I actually was, the reason though initially for creating it was being approached by a corporate company and they asked me to compose this for them. So yeah, I mean, it was a lot of fun. I actually created it in collaboration with my co-writer Cliff Downs out of Nashville. And he's just a phenomenal writer to work with. So we had a lot of fun.
I noticed a bit of a Celtic flavor in there. Was that purposeful?
I don't know that I intentionally put anything Celtic in it, but again, I'm so influenced by so many different styles. And I even remember when just to sidetrack just a little bit, whenever I was studying classical music, I remember there were a few times my teacher would kind of bring me still classical pieces, but pieces that had like a folk kind of bent to them. And I just loved the slides in them. I mean, I remember I probably overdid it as far as, in classical terms, but in my own music, I think that's something that has allowed me to transition really well into rock music and sounding like an electric guitarist, because the bend, those slides almost emulate, the bends that an electric guitarist does on his instrument. So I think that kind of translates well, especially with pedals. So anyway, maybe not as intentionally, but I still kind of do it without thinking, I guess.
It looks pretty cool. The whole thing is amazing. I really want people to know where they can find it too. Where can people find to buy the single?
Absolutely, appreciate that. They can actually go to my website. I know I have a long name, but it's probably up here somewhere. It's abigailstahlschmidt.com, and click on, it's actually on the homepage, click on my newest single, Christmas Countdown, and you can go ahead and purchase the song itself. And a really cool thing, especially during the holidays, I love to give back. So 100% of the proceeds of every download of my song is going towards a wonderful organization called Recovering House, which actually works to help rehab and care for victims of sex trafficking. So it's an amazing cause. And yeah, I would love for you guys to not only support me, but also support that cause if you like to.
That's amazing. It's kind of a win-win. You
Yeah.
write a song and you help people at the same time. That's great.
Right.
And you also have another project that's coming up in the coming year.
Yes.
And to me, it sounds super amazing. It's going to be all animation that you're doing, a 3D animation. Can you talk about how involved are you with the animation part? Are you going in with they modeling you?
So this is one of the coolest music videos that I think I will have done to date. It's unlike anything I've ever done before, because obviously every other music video has been traditional. I'm in front of a camera, but this is, like you said, all animated, all CGI. And I'm working with some amazing students and faculty at the Coastal Alabama College. And yeah, I mean, this is really a creative vision, back and forth between me and the students. And I've already been able to have some meetings with them. But to your question, it is a motion capture technology that's being used. So I actually already had the opportunity to head to the campus and put on the motion capture suit and, move around, and they captured all of, my movements, playing the instrument itself. And I'm planning on going back again to kind of fine tune some things after the holidays. But yes, I will be a character in my own music video, which I think is awesome. I'm so excited because the technical side of things, although I can kind of, I'm coming at it with a creative concept and with a storyline, but it's all them as far as, the real nitty gritty technical stuff. So it's just so fun to be able to kind of blend those two worlds together, the music and then the technology. So yes, I'm very excited about it.
And did you have to have the green suit on while you were playing the violin at the same time?
Yeah.
That's so fun. It had to be an amazing experience just seeing it, being all encompassed in green all around you as well.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, this particular one wasn't on a green screen per se. I know they had some other type of technology and doing, again, I don't know a whole lot about the motion capture technology in particular. But I did have to, strap sensors on myself. And yeah, again, this is all going to be kind of a whole storyboarded concept. So that's what we're working on right now. They've got the basic character modeling of myself, pretty much finished. I'm going to be fine tuning that still, but then storyboarding the whole thing and coming up with this whole concept. And I'm also really excited about this song, which is an original piece that's going to be going along with the music video, of course, because it wouldn't be a music video without that. And it's just more of a pop kind of, I don't know, has more of a, I guess, a techno kind of sound to it. It's different than anything else that I've put out so far. So I'm really excited about that.
That's so fun. And another project that you just got featured on Vogue just recently as well. So you got everything going on.
Yeah, it feels like it sometimes. Yeah, I'm definitely very honored to be in the September issue of Vogue. It's something that I never would have been able to anticipate that I would be able to say. But I'm definitely very honored to be in Vogue. So I actually got to model with my instrument too. So it's a kind of, again, a double win-win thing. So
can you tell me about where people can follow you online, maybe where they can find a song?
Absolutely. So, like I mentioned before, I would love for people, first of all, to find me on my website at abigailstahlschmidt.com. I have all of my social media pages linked there, so that's an easy kind of one-stop shop. You can also, of course, find me on Facebook, and that's under Abby Stahlschmidt, ABBY, which is my personal page. And then under Abigail Stahlschmidt for my YouTube page, which has a lot of my live and my music videos. And then on Instagram as well. So,
Well,
all
thank
of
you so much, everybody. I want you to go out and purchase that song, Christmas Countdown, and also look forward to that upcoming 3D music video. So, Abigail Stahlschmidt, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
And keep it locked right here on the ATV Network.